Today we're going to be testing the NCL30001LEDGEVB evaluation board, a switch mode power supply controller featuring a continuous conduction mode topology to ensure near unity power factor. To test the NCL30001, we'll need an AC power supply capable of 260 volts with a 2 amp current limit rating. We'll also be using a power analyzer to measure our power factor and input power. We'll also be using a signal generator with at least a 1 kHz output, square wave. We'll be needing an oscilloscope to measure our output ripple. We'll also be using a voltmeter and an ammeter to measure our output. And finally, we'll be using an LED load. Make sure J1 is shorted before we begin testing. To begin testing, set the AC power supply to 115 volts and turn it on. The LEDs will illuminate. Make sure that the output is approximately 52 volts with a 1 amp current. Observe a sinusoidal output waveform on the oscilloscope. Make sure the output is less than 5 volts peak to peak. Reduce the LED load to 45 volts and make sure the output remains stable, with the output current approximately 1 amp. At this point, reduce the AC power supply in to approximately 90 volts. Again, make sure that the output is stable at 45 volts, approximately 1 amp output current. Now steadily increase the input power. Set the AC power supply to 230 volts. At this point, make sure that the power factor is above 0.9 and that our output remains stable at approximately 45 volts with a 1 amp output current. For the next part of the test, we'll be using a 10 volt LED load to test the output current protection. Set the AC supply to 115 volts and turn it on. At this point, you should now observe a hiccup start-stop type of operation during overcurrent protection mode. For the next part of the test, hook up the signal generator to the input PWM. Make sure the voltage is set to 115 volts AC and turn it on. Observe as usual that the output current is approximately 1 amp. Now go to the signal generator and turn it on. You should observe the output current fall to approximately half an amp. Now turn off the output of the signal generator, and you should observe the output current return to approximately 1 amp. This concludes the test of the NCL30001LEDGEVB, a switch mode power supply controller featuring a continuous conduction mode topology to ensure near unity power factor. For more information, please visit www.onsemi.com or contact an authorized distributor.